welcome to another episode of Entrepreneurs in Fuego. We are interviewing and tracking and documenting the journey of amazing entrepreneurs, such as Alana Helapitage. See how I got that right in the first?
You did. I'm very impressed.
First try with a shared path. A shared path. Tell us a little bit about what you do.
So I write and do workshops for female entrepreneurs committed to making a difference in their communities. So primarily I've been working with people in the health and wellness field, but I have a passion for the arts, for culture, for education, and so really any female entrepreneurs that are in those fields I'm eager to work with.
When you say you're eager to, by the way, you came into the right art place.
Yes, I can tell. It's amazing.
So you're probably like a kid in a candy store right now because there's so much art to see here at the office pile. When you say that you work with these women, what exactly is that you assist them with?
Primarily writing.
Okay.
For their websites. Biographies are a huge thing that people come to me for. Often the women struggle with really conveying the essence of who they are and owning it. So it takes sometimes someone to illuminate the key details about their life, about what makes them who they are, in a way that connects them with their audience. And yet they can still say, this is me.
Who are you?
Right.
Who are you, Alana?
Who am I? I'll illustrate for you in an anecdote. A friend of mine sent me a quote a couple of months ago that said, everything I do is an art form, from the way I speak to the way I lead my life. And so that's really essentially what I want to put out in the world, is to be able to create beauty and community through the work that I do.
That is remarkable, by the
Thank
way.
you.
I mean, because we talk to a lot of entrepreneurs, and I get to see that there are some common industries that, you know, you kind of have to follow a process and everything else, but you're unique in the sense that you're certainly inspiring.
Thank you.
And you're helping a lot of women, like you said, define themselves through your writing.
Absolutely.
That's phenomenal. How long have you been doing this?
So I've been doing this for a year,
Okay.
so it's a new enterprise for me, but I've been writing since I was about 11 years old, voraciously. I love language. I really feel that writing is one of the reasons I'm alive.
Do you speak other languages, or are you just writing?
I did. You know, my mum is Italian, and so as a small child I grew up hearing that, French, Spanish a little bit.
Okay. And you found yourself writing in English and writing stories, writing what type of writing did you?
I started out really a lot of poetry, a lot of stories. But funnily enough, the poetry really sets the foundation for what makes my writing unique, and that poetry has a way of really touching the human experience in a way that normal conversation can't. And so I really marry that with a more conversational and also professional tone. So people go, a lot of the times when my writing resonates someone, they'll go, wow, that really hit me. I really felt that. And so that's one of the greatest compliments that I've gotten.
Your favorite poet?
Pablo Neruda.
Confieso que he vivido mis memorias, and I can recite Pablo Neruda all day long. For some reason, I was going to say Pablo Neruda.
Were you really?
I swear to you. Chilean born, just an amazing poet.
Yes.
And all his odes are just out of control. They're just unbelievable.
Oh, absolutely.
And do you, now you spoke a little bit of Spanish as well, correct? Do you find that, like the poetry of Pablo Neruda, when it's recited in Spanish, of course his original tongue, sound different than when translated into any other language?
Yes. Yeah, and I loved, you know, I also wrote poetry in French once when I was taking French lessons in high school. But I love, poetry will always be one of my many loves. So,
a year ago, what were you doing before you actually started in this enterprise?
I knew that I needed to put my writing out there in a way that would serve others. And at first I was dreaming up a book, a beautiful coffee table book that had fine art photography to complement my writings, that people could actually savour. But then I was realising everyone was going online, so I built a blog, a shared path, where I put all my writings and collaborated with an amazing fine art photographer, Michelle Engberg, to bring the same sensibility online and build a business around that.
Do you find that art is the emulsifier, what binds us together as a society, as a community?
Yes.
In this technology-driven, concentric world that we live in, I feel that we're moving away. We're moving away from the written word. 144 characters can't really say much, can it?
Exactly.
And so you're taking us back to perhaps, and reminding us that, look, words are beautiful. Utilize them in such a way that describe your path, your journey.
Absolutely.
And that's what you do.
Yeah, I'm an old soul. You know, I joke sometimes that I'm 28 going on 55. So I have a very old world sensibility when it comes to wanting the face-to-face interaction, conveying the power of that through the written word in a way that people have to take time. It's not overwhelming and my writing's concise, but I want to savour this. I want to have something of beauty that I can really enjoy, as opposed to left swipe, right swipe, you know. So. Are
you writing anything in particular right now? Are you writing a book? Are you writing something that we should be aware of?
Oh, I've got a book in me. I don't know when it's going to come out, but I've got a book in me I need to write. But right now I'm working on an article about love and trust between men and women in all capacities of relationship, which I'll be publishing around Valentine's Day.
Is there a secret
to
achieving that trust
between men and women? I read an article about friendship that says a commitment to the other person's happiness is what defines friendship, and I believe that that's what really defines love and trust between a man and a woman as well.
Happiness. Making the other person laugh and enjoy themselves.
Right. And allowing them to be who they are without judgment, without projecting our own baggage that we've had with the opposite sex onto that person, which is difficult. I've done it many times.
It is hard, right? Yeah. It is hard. It's not easy.
Right.
Where do you get that passion? Where do you get it? I mean, was it something? And again, you've been writing since you were 11 years old. But at some point, you discover, hey, wait a minute, I'm just unlike some of my peers. While they're doing something else, I'm here writing. I'm doing all this this processing in my head that is different from everybody else. When did you realize that?
About the time I started being so passionate about writing at 11, a teacher of mine said, you know, you have a gift, and she celebrated me for that gift, and I ended up seeing it in myself, and just moving forward, having a great confidence and a great sense of destiny around it that I serve through my words.
You're a very spiritual woman.
Yes.
And you have to be, in order to be able to empathize with the women that you're assisting in writing the biography, because you have to put yourself in their position and see the world through their eyes in order to write their biographies. Is that something that was lost? Which I believe, you know, for a woman to be able to write her biography, to tell us who she is, the written word is just a phenomenal tool.
Yes. Do I believe that it's been lost?
Yeah.
Culturally?
Culturally, yes.
Yes. I think that we're inundated with information on how to sell, on how to tap into these algorithms and technical formulas, and how to, and there's something that I read by the late Dr. Wayne Dyer, which really encapsulates what I do, which is when you're selling your enthusiasm. You're selling your passion and why what you do makes you alive, and that's what people really buy into. I'm not saying that SEO isn't necessary or marketing and all that, but at the essence, why am I doing this? Why does this make me feel alive? Why does it define me? And coming from that place in what I write.
We have to find the why before anything else, and then once we find the why, then I think everything else just kind of complements and just fits in that puzzle, doesn't it?
Yeah, I agree.
That's wonderful. You're just an amazing person to talk to, and I think that we can. The sad thing about this program is that we just have so many minutes to talk about just a million things.
Yeah, exactly.
And anybody that likes Pablo Neruda, Taylor, I don't know whether you know who Pablo Neruda was or anything. Just an amazing poet. Okay, it was just amazing poetry. When I was going to school back in Ecuador, we memorized a lot of the poems, and that's why the first thing that came to my mind was Confieso que he vivido de Pablo Neruda, and just an amazing book, just about this big with all the odes and so forth.
Yeah.
So, my respect.
Thank you.
And we hope that you can come back and tell us a little bit more about what you're doing and so forth. And I tell you, I mean. I never run out of words, but I run out of words right now because I feel that I'm in the presence of something amazing.
Oh, that's a beautiful thing to say. Thank you.
I appreciate it. And with that, we're out.